And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Space Engineers. Alright, well, I have successfully docked this thing now. Thank you for all of the comments. Greatly appreciated. The problem was indeed ownership. Once I set the owner of said connector on the destroyed ship here to me, all was well. So, what do we have left to do? Well, I went... Where is that other... There is a one nearby. It might be... Anyway, I could see that it had gold. I think it was that one right there. You can see just a speck of gold on there. So I went and grabbed a little bit of gold, came back, and have this thing working. Now, I also am using the more up-to-date inventory sorting mod. So I've got my refinery set to ore, and it's ignoring ice because I did bring back some ice, which is right now in my oxygen generator. But yeah, I've got the, once I dock, it pulls the ores into the refinery to get smelted down. So look at that, we've got actually some gold in here. I would like some silicon wafers. I thought, yeah, see, it says missing items. It says 0. So maybe I thought for sure the assembler pulled items. Because I have, if you look in the refinery, I do have silicon wafers in there. A lot of them, actually. So if I set assembler to ingot, what happens? Not sure if anything's going to happen. So you can see here that we've got a little bit of ingots here, but not many. What is... I'm not sure what the generic ingot is. I know there's component... Yeah, ingot. Maybe I have to pull it out. Pull the ingots out of the refinery into a... So I'm going to take ingot out, and I'm going to find a cargo container. Let's see, inventory. This large one, this has got lots and lots of stuff. This small cargo container might be worthwhile. Yeah, so... Because even though it's small, it still can hold 156,000. So, smallest cargo container, ingot. It's like so. And the refinery, still not pulling them out. See, this should be pulling them out. I know I had this system working in previous versions. Just can't exactly remember what I did in order to get it to pull ingots out of the refinery. You'd think that the assembler would be able to automatically find said materials. And the refiner would be able to push them back out. This is troublesome. Because I have refinery, I have it pulling ore. That's actually working, believe it or not. But it's not pulling the ingots back out. Maybe, let's look. Let's see if it might be an ownership issue again. So large cargo container, small, yeah, let's pull this. Make me own everything, please. I don't care about the thrusters, obviously. I'm gonna own that control station too. The connector, yeah, see that connector is what I grabbed. So look at that. It pulled all those ingots out already. Oh, and you know what it did? You know what it did? It pulled it pulled all my uranium out of the reactors. So I need large reactor 2. I want this one to be ingot / uranium :10, and then hopefully use conveyor system is off. So we'll see. Let's see if we own the reactor too. Large reactor, me, yes. Inventory. Yeah, see the large reactor? Didn't, it pulled. So now we don't have any power to our ship. So if I get out of here and we look, yeah, see all the engines are off. So we want to make sure yeah, see, I'm gonna have to go to this I'm gonna have to find that small cargo container. And directly access it, because that's the only way. Once we lost power, I'm not sure if the automated storage, so that small cargo container, I want to small cargo container, comma, ingot uranium : ignore. I think that's the pretty sure that's the thing I have to do there. Okay, so where is said small cargo container? I know there's the big one right there. I'm not sure where the small one is though. Where is said small cargo container? Yeah, see, I can't get into the doors either. Yeah, I'm not sure where that small cargo container is. Oh, unknown signal, yeah. I'm aware that there's an unknown signal. This is going to be a kind of a problem. So, it looks like we're going to have to get medieval on this thing. Yeah, see, there's the reactor right there, and I need to throw some uranium into that thing. So, is our small cargo container in here? I see a lot of conveyors. Got an oxygen generator, oxygen tank. I'm not seeing a small cargo container. This is... I tore this apart. There shouldn't be anything in here. I'm not sure where that small cargo container is. That's really weird. I could grab just a little bit from my ship. Just a little bit. So I'm gonna grab, I don't know. Okay, there's a little bit. That's enough to maybe kickstart the process and get the rest of the uranium moved into the reactor itself. So we'll see. Ingot uranium 10. It should move some more in there. Why isn't it moving more? Do I own it? Large reactor, I definitely switched that over. Ingot uranium 10. Yeah, see, it's not actually doing anything. Ingot uranium, ignore. So how about if I put this in a large cargo container, see what happens. Okay, there's 10. Excellent. All right. So the thing I want to do is I want to know what ores are in, you know, any given asteroid when I come up to it. So there is such a thing as an ore detector. Now, there are plenty of... Why can't I place this? 4. Oh. I'm used to right-clicking on things. A lot of 7 days. A lot of 7 days in the last few weeks. So there's an ore detector. Now there are modded versions that are extremely powerful, but I have to be careful because they can cause a lot of lag. So I'm just gonna basically go easy on it. So we're gonna do ore. So there's the vanilla ore detector, and these are the azimuth ones, and these things are crazy, like. Oh, they're nuts. So we're gonna go with the regular ore detector and get out of that. And I need steel plates on me, so put that away. Let's go into here. I also need some detector components, and I'm not sure. Do I have detector components? Thruster components, reactor components, medical components, no detector components. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of steel, and I want like 50 of those. And we need to go to production and see where detector components are. What do they look like? It's been a while since... oh, there we go. So we need nickel. So this needs iron and nickel. And this still isn't getting any materials. Oh, assembler is still nobody? We'll transfer that to me. Darn it. There we go. There we go. I want to move these ahead. There we go. So, inventory. So, there's some detector components. I'm not actually sure how many I need. And there's a bunch of computers. And I got those computers. I made those. Now that we're actually making some progress here, and we get turned around here. Boy, I never know which way is up. Because there's an assembler over here that's unfinished. So, let's go try to finish this off. Oh, I need one more computer. Of course I need one more computer. So let me grab that. Bingo! We now have another assembler that we can use. Good. So let's go up here. Let's go to control 2 and 3. Okay, so I would like... I'm going to turn that off. Thank you, Beep, for that. There we go. And I want to put this baby right there. So it's sitting right out in front of everything. No, I didn't want a second one of those. I didn't want two. Okay, I need a couple construction components and a motor. Okay. Motor. What do you need a motor for? Weird. Okay, cargo. So I have one motor, and I need just a couple construction components. So let's get like 20 of these. And go up and finish this guy off. There we go. So now, with that thing done, let's make sure it's done. Okay, good. We're going to go up here. Oh, V. I think it was. Yep. So let's do G. And then we have an ore detector. So we're going to move this, and we're going to toggle block on and off, right like that. Get out of there. Okay, so it is on right now. And you can see there's ice, iron. Ooh, there's some uranium over there. Now that moon right there is crazy, has a crazy amount of resources in it. So just be careful if you create a massive amount of resources. Well, there's some uranium right on the other side of this, and I had no idea. I really thought that was iron, honestly. I thought that was iron. So we actually need a lot of this. The ratio that you get when you're processing uranium, you don't get many ingots for each cycle. So you can process, I don't know what the exact ratios are. I really should put a yeah, I should really put a light on the front of this. Probably getting a little bit of stone in there, which is okay. Oh yeah, dig in there deep. Oh yeah. Oh, this thing turns so fast. Those gyroscopes are so vital. Okay. Probably got quite a lot of uranium. Let's just really dig in through there. Nice. Okay, turn that off. So now we can see, I think it's not T, I think it's K, yeah. we can actually see how much uranium we have in here. And we have 12,000 uranium. Not bad. You know, I'm going to... We do go to control panel. We go to reactors. I want to set these. I want these to have 2 instead of 1. Oh. And then I need to use conveyor system to off. And that will ensure that we work well. So next time we hook up this into the connector, hopefully we'll get a little bit of stuff out of there. Okay, where is the connector? Okay, there it is. Let's get it all oriented right, get it lined up as best we can, and then let it slow down. Let's back it away. I want to bring this up. Oh, no, Alt. There we go. So let's get our yaw, pitch and yaw right. Get, oh, we're going to need to, there we go. So now when I turn it on, because right now it's off, so I'm going to hit 6 and then 5, and that'll lock it in place. And now that your refinery should be pulling the uranium. And we got 2, look at that, the small reactors, boom, 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 all got 2. That's good. Oh, see, this medium cargo container, I need to actually, medium cargo container, or we're going to take that away, or ice, ignore. Oh, let's set this medium cargo container. That's on our ship. So if we go to inventory, we're going to cancel that. We need to do the bigger ship oxygen generator or ice. We need to set this to priority. Let's set it priority 2. 1 is the highest, priority 2. So let's do refinery. Oh, no, we can't. For some reason, I wish I could. Those are system inventories. I wish you could see the refinery. I don't know why you can't. I'm not sure why you can't. Okay, so this is still processing gold, it looks like. Yep. We're still processing a little bit of gold. So if I go to my refinery, that should have pulled all that uranium. Yep, there's the uranium ready to process. And we can see, load this in here. Yeah, you can see just how slow. I mean, we're chewing this up pretty fast, and we're getting just very little amounts of uranium. So that's why I'd like to get some of that going, because we have a finite amount of that right now, and if I ran out, it's pretty much game over if you run out of power, unless you have a little bit of solar. Then you can work it out. So now with that on there, I need to go around and find some basic stuff, you know. And somebody suggested I merge this ship up with my platform, and that is actually a pretty good idea. I would like to do that. I'm not sure this is going to be my final. I don't want this to be my final place. I want to build on top of that moon, because we're going to be mining that moon out. I have a general goal of completely mining the moon and there's millions and millions of resources right under the surface of that thing. So it's going to be quite the experience. So the mining drill, the mining machine I'm going to build is going to be epic, and the refining, and we're going to have a huge base on top of that thing, because it's going to be an epic amount of processing. So might as well start that process now, kind of move this whole system over. I have a little bit of, I can move this around a little bit. So I think it would be best to do that sooner rather than later. Now, I think what we're going to do, if I got to see how much space I have in my inventory. Oh, yeah, see? I don't have the space, so this thing just completely...
Inventory full.
Uranium ingot. I'm going to take that.
Inventory full.
So yeah, everything's floating off into space. So I'm glad I grabbed that uranium. Let's go up to the large cargo. I love these big cargo containers, man. These things are just epic. So we're gonna... Okay. So is there anything I can salvage, or is it all removed? There's a little something here. Construction components. Not sure what else is around here, but I think everything else was removed from the world, or it's just lost to space, because finding a little speck... Ooh, there's something right there. Finding a little speck against the vastness of space is not an easy thing to do. Not by a long shot. So in between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine out a bunch more of the uranium on the other side here. I think it's over here. Oh, it's down there. So because I want enough power, and we're going to go and we're going to start a final platform, a final base on the top of that moon. And then we're going to be working on a giant ship and systems to mine and refine the rest of that moon. And once we're pretty well established, then we can fly down to the planet, because the last time I played this game was just after they added planets. So, and they've done a lot of changes and tweaks and optimizations to them now. So I'm familiar with the planets a little bit, but I'm anxious to get down there and see what changes have been made to them. It looks like, yeah, we are... How are we doing for uranium? I'm not sure how much the refinery has in it. .7. Oh, it's brutal how slow uranium processing is. So yeah, I want to get a bunch of that ready to go, and then we'll come back next episode and start to build our final base, which is going to be right over there, because I want to be close to that space over there. So yeah, I need to do a little work, grind down what we've got here, and mine some more of that uranium so we can process it. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.